from Constance Bay, Zone 5A, Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. It's Friday, May 13th, and we've just returned from a trip to Italy. And so I've just brought my young palms outside and getting them ready to... Got to transplant a number of them. Some of them are getting too big for their pots, and so got to transplant them. And I've got a few that have been sold, and I've got to get those out to whoever bought them. This one here is the largest of my Mexican fan palms that I grew from seed last year. Probably transplanting that one to a bigger pot as well. And here I've got a Trachycarpus fortunei. And then these plants are some pineapple plants, and that is a Majesty palm. Here I've got a banana plant, a Musa Bajou, which will be going to the ground in about a day or two. This plant is a young bird of paradise that I bought off a lady sometime in the winter and tried to revive it. She was having troubles with it, and I brought it over to my dad's, and it didn't work out there. Brought it here, and it looked a little better, but it's still struggling. But I'm going to try putting it in this garden here and see how it goes. We have another large bird of paradise that we put in this garden, and you can see the hole there. Yeah, I have to get them into the ground in the next couple of days, because you can see right here are the fiddleheads, ostrich ferns that we have, and we also have hostas in this garden. And it just becomes a jungle, this garden, and so if I don't get them in the next couple of days, these plants will just overtake the area, and it will be actually hard just to get into the hole where it is here. And you can see the hole there. I'll do another video in the next day or two when I get them into the ground, and you'll just be amazed by how quickly these ferns and hostas grow, and how they overtake things. So it will be interesting. Over here we have my Musa Bajou, which I left in the ground. It was huge last year, and we'll see. It's quite late to try and to uncover it, and so we'll see how it did. But my hopes aren't high for it, but we'll find out. And there you can see another one that we've got over here that was covered with compost, and hopefully they survived, but we'll find out. I'll probably uncover them later today and see how they are. If we look across the yard, you can see I've got another plant covered over here. We'll head over there. It's a Coralline. This was an experiment. I didn't have room for it inside, really, so I thought, I'll try and see what happens. And so put the compost over, put in a rose protector, and then covered it with compost. And I doubt it survived, but we'll find out in the next day or so. Well, I'll probably uncover it today. Over here is its parent plant. So this is the Coralline, and it's a kind of interesting plant because it gets these shoots, and they kind of fall or jump off it sometime during the summer, and they kind of reroot themselves. They just the first year it happened, I was totally surprised. It had a new plant growing beside the mother plant, and was wondering how that happened. And so the shoots just kind of jump off and then reroot themselves. This one's doing really well. And now we'll head over to the Mexican fan palm. So this was its first winter. Ottawa is very cold for a Mexican fan palm. We had it protected. So it spent about 6 months in a box with Christmas lights. Now, a lot of people had their doubts as to whether it would survive or not, and you can see it's taken a little bit of a beating. So it's got 3 dead fronds here, and one that's not great. But the top fronds are doing really well. And really, it wasn't the winter that did that. When I first uncovered it, the whole thing was green. But something about the way I uncovered it, and then we headed to Italy, and so the last month or so has been tough on it. You can see I've still got the Christmas lights on. I've got to clean it all up. So in the next couple of days, I'll be taking these fronds off that are totally dead. Keep the one frond that's partly green on, because they still receive nutrients from those. Just a few feet over from my Mexican fan palm is this Adam's needle Yucca. This is I think it's 3rd winter that it survived. And this winter we had temperatures below -30 for at least 3 or 4 nights this year. Did fine. It's doing well. And just to look around the rest of the garden, and you can see here I've got my tiki heads and just some ornamental grass growing here in between the rocks. And there's the covered banana plant again. And if you look back, I don't know, you can see I've got some daylilies, different kinds of daylilies back there. I have another one way at the back. There's a tiki head, but try and show you over here. If you look back behind that rock, you can see another daylily, and it's got a black flower. Here I have the regular daylilies with the orange flowers on them, very common in ditches and everything, and they're just doing really well. We've got, I think this is their 3rd year now, and they're really filling in well. They do a great border. And over in this garden, you can see some rose bushes starting. And like it's only May 13th, but already you can see the new growth coming from them. And here we have a Wigelia, which they struggle a bit over the winter, but they come along. And there's a close-up shot of some of the new growth on the rose. And there's another Wigelia. Anyways, that's pretty well it for today. I'll get another video in the next couple of days and show you what the garden looks like then. Thanks for watching.